Thompson Robinson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Thompson Robinson here from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
On the jump. No, no.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They interplay 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing, Thompson Robinson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Thompson Robinson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Okay, right? 10. Cut.
They'll run on 1st down. Nance, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Panther Street. 18, pioneer.
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field without over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Texans at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, moving inside the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's a toss play right to Swift. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Viking 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Nance. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Thornton, the motion man right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Thompson Robinson now to throw. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Thompson Robinson now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Big Lion.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Thompson Robinson. Got his man. It's Thornton. And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now a give right side Swift. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. In motion right, that's Dell. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Come on.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught by Dell. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tempo.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
Ready? Roll! Ready?
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Nifty move, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Oh, the option to give to Swift here. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Here we go, Shaq! Go, Reed, go!
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll set up a throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chase Claypool, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college day.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Shot, 17.
On 3rd down, Nance, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Completes this one to Thornton.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jared Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
79 Broncos.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To throw is DTR.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Dorrance Armstrong in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Thompson Robinson throwing here.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Justin Madubuike
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And it is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Nance, and a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Thompson Robinson off of play action.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Go, check. Go, check. Go.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And some room to work.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 54 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Mechie, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Thompson Robinson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make the play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Check smash.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Swift going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Got it. Ready?
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Go, Reed, go! Go!
They will run it with Swift here.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Townsend Robinson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let's go now.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Houston, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,